I'm going to be unboxing this Bedliner. It was just delivered to the house yesterday. It's from Husky. It's very similar to a Bedrock. I'm going to get into that a little bit and why and how they're different. But it's a fully carpeted solution. It's a drop-in carpeted Bedliner. The bottom is more of like a rubberized material. It's their Guardian Impact Bedliner. I got to be careful because I could probably spend the next half an hour defending myself against why I am not doing the spraying at this moment. Yes, I agree. The spraying has tons of pros. It's the best set it and forget it option. But just logistically for me, it's not going to work at this moment. I got a full-time job. I'm running a company. I got an 8-month-old baby. And now I'm filming YouTube content. So to drive 45 minutes to the place and back, drop it off for 2 days, go and have to get it and drive another 45 minutes and back, it's just not going to work with my schedule. I wanted something that I could order, have it delivered to the house. I can unbox it right here in my garage, get it in the truck in an hour. I could also film content and show you guys how it looks and my honest opinion on it. In a few months, I promise you, I will get the spray-in put in. I'll pull this out, I'll put the spray-in in, and I'll put this back. I'm primarily going to be using my truck for, hauling bikes, groceries in the back, a stroller, maybe the generator and the gas can when we go traveling. I'm not going to be hauling mulch and stone. I'm not going to be throwing tools in the back. I'm not going to be storing equipment there. So for me, I got a little more flexibility with my options. I didn't want to go the plastic route. I thought the carpeted was a good alternative middle ground for me at this moment. I got it for $310 on sale. Not a sponsored video. This is an honest video about what I think about this product. I haven't even unboxed it yet. So let's get that done first. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll walk you through product features, how it's different from a bed rug, because I did call them and I asked a lot of questions. And then we'll get to putting it in the truck. I ordered this thing 3 days ago and it got here yesterday. They shipped this thing super quick. Their customer service is great, by the way. And they shipped this thing same day. They got this thing put in here pretty good. Okay. What's in the box? They give you this plastic sill, which I'd imagine is for the part of the bed that's closest to the rear glass. So this must be the tailgate part. The biggest thing with the Bedliner is I didn't want things sliding around because again, I'm putting like groceries and stuff. If I went the Bedliner route, I would have to do the rubber mat afterwards, and drop it in after the fact. So this is kind of like a 2-in-1. It looks like they give you some Velcro. We'll get it unbagged here and see it closer. So my understanding is that there's the base part, which is this, and then there's the actual carpeting part, which needs to be zippered to the sides. You can see this is the side where it's carpeted. Now, while we're on the discussion of carpet, you're probably asking yourself, well, how is this any different from bed rug? I called the company. They told me it is a bed rug, that they're white labeling as Husky. It's the exact same product, essentially, just with the Husky name, and it's like $100 cheaper. And I got it on sale almost $200 cheaper. If you are looking to go this route, I would just go the Husky and save the money, unless you're loyal to the bed rug name. And this, I guess, just needs to get zippered to the base. Oh yeah, this is good material. So I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but they have this transition component. It's like a mesh that connects the tailgate part and the bed part. So if you drop stuff, it won't go in between the tailgate and the bed. That would be the biggest advantage. Stuff not like rocks, not getting trapped in between the tailgate so you can't actually shut the tailgate. That completely eliminates that. But this is their impact material. So you can get the carpeted base, and then you can also get this, which is the impact material. And this is like a hard rubberized foam, and I really like it so far. And we're gonna flip this out, and we're just gonna get the zipper started. The zipper sits on the outside, just like that. And I got it started, and just shove the Bedliner on the inside, and we're just gonna start zippering and get it all the way around. There's not a lot of videos online about this product regarding installation, but all of them that I did see, it showed this process being done on the ground. I've actually stood this thing up, and now I'm getting it on way easier. All right, we're getting somewhere. This might be the hardest part of the install, honestly. Got it all zippered in, and You're starting to see this thing take shape. You can see this material. Let's get that to focus. It looks like a rubberized bedliner material. You can see it's basically foam with a rubber top coating. Here's that mesh. And then the carpeted sidewalling, which when we get this in the truck, I think that carpet's going to take form to the bed a little bit better. I washed the bed last night, but I'm just going back through and doing a once over with some spray cleaner. I got the bed liner curved inwards, and I feel like that's the easiest way, just to walk it right in. Like that. Pull this down. Yeah, getting around the wheel area. All right, so one thing I already don't like is I don't think there's cutouts for my tie down points. And so not a huge deal. I'm just gonna have to make small slits to be able to have these tie down points still exposed, because I use those pretty frequently. It's loosely placed in the bed. I'm gonna pull it out in the sun, and I'm gonna let the sun sort of do its thing for this bottom material. I'm hoping that the sun will maybe help flatten it because it's still curved from the box. So I'm gonna take some rhino ramps here and just put them down to kind of hold it in place. And then I'm gonna pull this out into the sun. All right, so it's been in the sun for about an hour, and as you can see, sun's worked its magic. It'll just make installation a little bit easier. So I'm in the bed. I'm actually gonna keep it in the sun, and this black rubberized material, as you can imagine, got really hot in the sun. So I'm gonna try not to burn my knees up, but I'm doing this so I have maximum amount of light. I got 70% isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber towel. I got this black plastic piece that came with it for the back of the bed, as well as hook and loop, Velcro. Basically, going to lift the bottom part up on one half, and then the other half, we're going to connect the hook and loop on the bottom. If you have a bed liner, you'll want to maybe sand a little bit and use some adhesion promoter. If you have just a regular painted bed like me, uncoated with anything else, the alcohol should do the trick. I'm gonna just pull this back. Make sure you have the bed liner, the base, where you want it. First thing I'm gonna do is spray my isopropyl. I'm gonna wipe the surface down. Now I have this where I want it. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are longer, so width-wise, it would be longer than the hook and loop on the base. So if you're buying this kit, it's gonna be the thicker one with the red backing. Let's connect it first, just like that. Unpeel just enough to get me to the edge here. And then I'm gonna just follow it, make sure I'm where I wanna be, which I think I am. I'm gonna pull that red tape out, push it down, step on it maybe. Next, we're going to do the back side, which I'm starting to realize, I don't know if you can see, but these long Velcro pieces, there's 2 on the back side and there's 2 on the tailgate mat portion. So they really should have given you 4 of these. What I need to figure out is how this works, because that would make sense up there, but I don't think it's going to reach up there. And on here, that doesn't really make much sense. Let's get it up and just see what it looks like maybe. Since there's no instructions, I can't really figure out the best way to incorporate this. I'm almost thinking, let's just do away with it. The one big one for the top, but I'm going to do a couple pieces on the bottom. I'm 42 pieces, probably 4 on the bottom of the back here. So on the back here, as you can see, there's this one Velcro strip, and then on the bottom, there's a second one. And I'm thinking taking 4 of these small pieces and doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, saving the big boy for the top, and I'll use that to run across the entire back side of the bed. When I do this, I'm pushing down into the crease on the back side of the bed so I know that it's in there, and then I fold it in so that the Velcro is where I want it. Oh, you know what? I misspoke earlier. There's actually a third piece of Velcro on the very top of this bed liner here. We'll use this big piece for. This big piece, we're gonna put at the very top, and then there's this one right below it, and I'm just gonna do another 4 pieces of Velcro on the second one up, so in the middle. Now let's pull back this, and let's run the Velcro along the whole backside. Before I push this up, I'm gonna just redo my isopropyl on the top here. I wanna make sure I'm keeping my surface area clean. Pull back the backer here. You wanna be able to work from the inside out. And then you can get it in there nicely. And this top line is a little bit off, but I'm not worried about it because I'm gonna have a roll-up tonneau cover I'm putting on next, which I'll do a separate video of. It'll probably actually be the very next video after this one. And that'll essentially hide any installation imperfections. Driver's side next. How am I liking it so far? Well, I think it's installing pretty good. You know, I do wish the side carpeting had a little more pre-built-in form to it. So what I mean by that is I wish it was better molded to the actual body of the truck. This almost feels a little generic to me. But what I need to do is get a knife so I can cut out my tie-down points. Make sure you double and triple check where you're gonna be cutting. If you have bed utility package, you're probably also gonna have to cut out your lights. You're gonna have to cut out your 115 there as well if you have that. But I'm gonna just pull this back. And the nice thing is that what I'm gonna do is just kind of push it into where it should be. And then if you pull back the foam afterwards, you'll see a line that your point made. And I'm just gonna cut in that line and push it right through. Same concept, I'm kind of just gonna feel where it should be and just cut that out. Like that, I think that's good. There's 3 sections on the driver's side. This top section that's closer to the tailgate, I got 6 pieces. And I have this back section that's closer to the front of the truck, that's another 3. And then on this bottom section, it's 1 whole piece of Velcro, and I got 8. I want to make sure I'm kind of placing this where I want. Now we're going to repeat on the other side, do the exact same thing, and then we'll cover the tailgate. We have the bed part in. We're now going to do the tailgate portion. What I'm thinking is taking out these couple of these T-heads here, maybe a T25, T30, I'll verify here in a second, and then drilling holes into that bed mat to help that to hold this down. It is a T30. T30 screws are out. I'm going to just set them to the side here briefly. I just figured out where I want this thing. I'm going to use this sharp pick here. That's screw hole number 1. Number 8. I'm going to first Velcro it, get it where I want it. And now that I have my holes, I'll be able to, generally speaking, hopefully thread the T30 screws back in and get them into each respective hole. And I think that'll help hold this down. Might use the adhesion promoter on the edge of that plastic. Pull back. And gonna attempt to get these in there. Well, this is the final result. And as you can see, it, for the most part, looks pretty good. One recommendation here is I actually ended up only using the 4 set of screws that are closer to the cab area, because on these outer ones, when I was putting them in, it was causing the Velcro to kind of come up. So if you're doing it, I would just utilize the inner 4 screws, and then the outer ones, let that long piece of Velcro do the job. Final thoughts. I would give this Husky Bedliner an 8 out of 10. What do I like about it? I like the surface material. I really like this bottom rubber coated foam material, which you get on the Guardian Impact version. I like the carpeting on the side. I just overall like the feel of the materials. I, in general, think that the tailgate portion and the bottom portion fit well. I like the fact that you can order it and have it here in a couple of days and be able to install it in your garage in pretty much an hour. And when I called them up and I was asking them questions and I placed the order, the customer service was good. They were attentive. They were able to answer all my questions. And I think that's an advantage and a plus towards them as well. Couple disadvantages though, no product is perfect. First, they could have and should have given more Velcro. I think there's a lot of these areas that those little pieces, it just isn't gonna cut it. Like this back area here, I would have liked just another long piece of Velcro, probably a 1-inch by 60-inch piece, and have a couple more of those so that I could do the sides better. The second one is there's no instructions. So that plastic piece, which is actually right there, I don't really know how to use that. And, instructions probably would have helped me get a better idea of whether it's something that I would have needed or not. Third thing is there is no cutout marks on the back of the carpeting area. So the tie down points, if you have bed utility package, you're gonna have lights here as well. It would have been nice to have cutout lines and marks on the back of the carpet so you know exactly where to cut out, because otherwise it's just a guessing game. And I'd say probably my biggest complaint is the fact that the carpeting on the side, I feel like it could have been molded better to the shape of the bed. Overall, it fits fine. It's just the bed, there is specific cutouts and grooves and recesses. It would have been nice if the carpet molded better to begin with, and I think that would have made the installation process just that much easier. So would I recommend this product? I think if you're okay with the disadvantages I just listed, yes, I would. I think there overall are still more advantages than disadvantages, and I'd say a lot of those that I just listed on the disadvantage side can be worked around. And again, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching.